Hello, fire signs. This is going to be your elemental fire for March 2022. This will be a general reading for the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Do check back to the other elementals if the story doesn't resonate for you. The other elementals you would check back to would be for your moon and rising sign. In order to gain any insight into your own situation instead of a general reading requires a personal reading, and for that you can click on the little eye that's going to show up here at the end of the video. That'll take you directly over to the website and look for tarot consultations on the main menu. I have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me the La Vida Sibila, and to wrap the reading up, we'll be using the Sibila's Oraculums. Okay, they've been performing beautifully for the month of March, and I think that's everything I need to say. So let's what do you call it? Oh, I don't even know. The individual tarot readings, that's what I'm trying to say, have already been, they haven't been posted yet, but they've already been completed. And when I finish these elementals, I'm going to release everything at one time. So with that being said, I have already done some meditation and shuffling on the fire glyph. Again, this is a general reading for the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I'm going to put one more rifle on these. And then we're going to lay the cards. Here we go. So right at the center, what we're dealing with is the five of, I wish, you know, MacBook camera would zoom. I even bought an additional camera that would, but it doesn't zoom because Mac doesn't come with that software. But there it is, the Five of Swords. It's right at the center. What is the foundation of this issue? Well, it is the Two of Cups. Isn't that interesting? All right. What is the energy of the near or distant past? The Queen of Pentacles. My. Okay. What is the unknown energy that may come into the month of March for you? It is the Hierophant. So now I have two fives here, okay? And what is the energy of the near or distant future for the month of March? The King of Swords. Well, now, even though this is a fire sign reading, I have these two court cards here. A Queen of Pentacles, who may be what do you call it? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I also have a King of Swords, who may be a Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius. These could also be moon signs and or rising signs. What I'm feeling is that the cards show up in terms of what they do. In other words, their professions. Okay? What is over? It is the Ten of Pentacles. Well. Well. I feel that what I am looking at is the severance or breakup of a relationship. Perhaps there was a marriage here. That's what this card can represent. But there are two fives here. And two fives can speak to backstabbing, backbiting, ill will from others outside of the relationship. Is affecting a relationship. So the backbiting and the gossip and all that stuff is coming from outside of the relationship. Could be these two people who are messing up whatever's happening here. Okay? These people could also be family members. All right? The other meaning of the two fives speaks to exciting times ahead. Well, A lot of times when people hear the word exciting, they think, I mean, like fun and, partying and games, just having a great time. But anger is an excited emotion. Fear is an excited emotion. So exciting times could be anything. And right in the center with this Five of Swords, what this tells me is that there are arguments here. This is what is at the core of this situation. Arguments, disagreements, people trying to stand up for themselves. I also feel that even though there are only two people represented here, I don't know if this is you as the air sign. Well, I mean fire sign here. Okay. And so typically whenever this card shows up and I'm reading for someone, this indicates you. And it says that right now you have the upper hand. You may have won this particular round. Okay. Maybe you've had to stand up for yourself in a dispute. Maybe you've had to come up and say, you know what, that doesn't work for me, or that's incorrect, or no, I don't accept that. Okay. And those two people have backed off for the time being. But you want to be careful with this particular energy, because it can say that everybody can stoop to the level where they'll be willing to do or say anything, and then there are no real winners in the situation. I feel that this Two of Cups is this idea not only of a couple, but of trying to re-blend or regather the energy to maintain the balance. The Two of Cups is not always about marriages or relationships. It could be about business partners. It just basically speaks to two people who are pretty much on the same level in every way. They typically will have a lot of respect and admiration for each other. Okay. But there's this Five of Swords in the middle here of these two people. So as a profession, this Queen of Pentacles might work in a bank. She might work in a supermarket. She might work in an organization that has to do with the environment, or with pets, or she might be working in a place where there's agriculture. So anything that's going to involve the ecology, taking care of the earth, farming, pets, money and finances. So she could be a banker. She could be a financial advisor. This is as a job. This guy, as a profession, he's going to be either a police officer or a soldier. He could also be a dentist, a doctor, like a surgeon. Okay. He can be a scientist. He can be a writer. All right. Any place where sharp tools are going to be used or keen intellect is needed. All right. So these are showing up for me as what you do for a living. Okay. And there is definitely this Hierophant card is this. One of the traditional meanings of it is the marriage. You see the two acolytes there standing at the bottom before the Pope there. So one of the traditional meanings is a marriage. But this card can also represent business and contractual issues, because that's what a marriage is. Take the rice and the dresses and the wedding parties and things out of it. It is a contractual issue. You go down and you make the announcement. There's a proposal that is the unwritten or unspoken or the unwritten contract. It is a proposal to you. You go down, you maybe announce it in the newspaper, then you go down to the courthouse and file for the license or what have you. You sign on the dotted line. So that's a contractual issue. And then when you stand before, your the person who's going to marry you and all of those people who've come to your wedding, you again take this spoken contract. Love, honor, obey, the whole bit, sickness and health, yada, 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 forsaking others. It's a contract. And so while that might not be a romantic version of what marriage is, like I said, if you take the romance out of it, that's what it is. It's a contract. And as such, with contracts, when things break up, there's a lot that's left. This, the Ten of Pentacles, is the card about money, generational monies. Money's enough for future generations to be well taken care of. So sometimes this will show up when there is a family business that has been really prosperous, okay, and that it's been doing well. Maybe it's been passed down through the family, and this is the fifth iteration of it, and it's been doing well, and it's enough to take care of everybody. But there is definitely some type of split here and disagreements, and it's between these two people. And so that's like I said, so maybe this person is the financial portion or the doer portion of the duo, and this person is the ideas person, okay, in this business. This definitely reads like it's some kind of what do you call it, rift within a marriage and or relationship. It could just be business partners too, but that's really not how the energy feels. The Hierophant card is also ruled by Venus. Venus is not just about love and or beauty. She is about right relationships, fairness, balance, harmony, values versus and value systems. Who or what is more important than money or gold? Okay, it's about looking after your own things as opposed to the things that you have in relationship with someone else. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. I can't look at these two. These are two people, most definitely. That leaves me the Five of Swords and the Two of Cups as it relates to the Hierophant. There's something else about this Five of Swords, and I'm not exactly sure what it's trying to tell me. So I will pull Sabila's on it. So let's move first to the Five of Swords. And I'm going to give you a few meanings of the Five of Swords here. First of all, they're fives, and fives speak to changes, ups and downs. But this is usually tense energy, that excited, frustrated kind of energy, okay? So it says it is a card of victory, and it is telling you that what you aspire to will come to fruition through concentrated focus and or effort. But again, you may have been involved in a conflict, and the nature is that no one will win, as both parties will sink to any levels to win. A separation, permanent breakup of a partnership or relationship of some kind due to the choices made by another is typically implied when this card appears. It indicates the abrupt parting of ways. It can indicate unfair dealings and or theft. It could be indicating that someone has been behaving in a selfish manner and focused only on self-gain. Now, there is another thing about this particular five where it talks about the number 5. Hold on. I don't see it here. When it comes to relationships, I know it now, it's coming to me. When it comes to relationship, 5s can be the number of freedom. In other words, if there's any issue going on here, it could be because there may be someone fooling around or there's some jealousy. Okay, that falls back to the decision or choice made by another person. All right, but it tells me nothing with this Hierophant card. The Two of Cups. See if we can find any indication here. Two of Cups tells me nothing with this Hierophant card. Now, contractual agreements and or meetings between business partners. It can sometimes speak to a reconciliation in an existing relationship that has undergone some difficulty. So it may be that this kind of blows over. Okay. And that's all it tells me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. And I'll tell you something else. What is coming in? I think what's interesting is that this is 2 swords, a cup, and a pentacle. There's no wands here. So to me, it's like the desire, the focus, and the determination has kind of leached out of this. This is really emotions, thoughts, and the doing of things. And with this guy sitting here with the sword in his hand, that gives me 6 swords. And 6 swords as well can speak of a separation. And to me, it is the stance of this king against this 5 of swords, as if he is saying, you know, I don't want to have anything else to say about it, or I don't want to hear any more of it, because this is what the swords represent: thoughts, belief, perceptions, ideas, and communication. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at this 5 of swords here. There's something, I don't know if there was a prenup here. And the reason why I say that is these 2 keys at the foot of the Hierophant. And keys are important because keys can either bind things up, lock them away, or it can open the door and release them. Does that make any sense? Okay, so I want to just see what this 5 of swords has to say to me. If it'll tell me anything here with the Sabias. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is, you know, it's a positive card, but it's also, it speaks to an end. It's the end of that cycle. So if this is the idea of being, you know, financially set and financially wealthy, that is about to change in one respect. Don't mean you're going to be poor, okay? It's just going to mean you won't be living the lifestyle you may used to be living, okay? Doesn't mean that, all right? So don't freak out. All right. The Giovani Fanciulla. Now, interestingly, this is the Queen of Wands. The Amore card has come out. And the Messaggere. And remember when I said that there is a third party here? You, fire sign, are the third party. No judgment here. But to me, this is the idea that some news has come. Someone has contacted you to say they are quite enamored of you. And this has caused a rift between these 2 partners here. Now, maybe, since this is a fire sign reading, you are the one who was like, you know what? I don't care what. If you still married to this person, then me and you can't do business together. Okay? It could be that kind of situation. So again, as I say, there's no judgment here. And if that is the case, you back them off for the moment. But I would think this guy doesn't want to hear that. So I would expect you to have a bit of difficulty shaking this particular guy. All right? I want you to keep that in mind. Well, formulate your question. It's quite interesting for March. Formulate your question. This guy's sending them, you know what? I've met somebody else. That's what it looks like. And we want to be together. Okay. These cards are so uncanny. The card that has presented itself, and literally, y'all saw it, is the Lust card. Lust. And that is sometimes what this quick energy of the Amore card is. It could be just a sudden, hot, swift attraction. It could simply be about carnal desire, okay? and lust, literally. So that message can be anything, but it says it comes from afar. Now, I have seen this speak about, it's sort of like the horseman in the Lenormand gives a time frame of a day to a week. Fast-moving events. So, lust is a projection card. Let me explain to you what the projection cards mean. Well, projection cards reflect the rationalizations or justifications in someone's mind that are preventing them from seeing the core issue. Projection cards represent the uncomfortable mask of excuses that are placed on the truth that, if not removed and worked out, will eventually cause you internal suffering and possibly external hardships. Lust. I think it is page 104. It's quite interesting. To a moth, all lights are the moon. When the urge to gratify a desire feels out of control and we have the potential to cause tremendous pain to others as well as ourselves. For us to remain masters of our own lives, our desires must be tempered with focused reason so that we don't make mistakes that could have easily been avoided. What must be understood is that emotions in and of themselves, positive or negative, are not designed to care about you or anyone else because they are merely the effect of a belief. Caring about anything is based on an agreement of what you perceive to be true or false in any given situation, values and value systems, and right relationships. Once you agree or disagree, you make a choice about if and how you will emote or respond. The emotion you select at that point only seeks to be gratified, but this is the dilemma. Because people are essentially divine, they are not satisfied with the mere gratification of lust. They also want to feel justified. When you get this card in a reading, there is a danger that you are masking lustful intentions as something nobler. If you continue to fool yourself, understand that lust, for its own sake, can only result in pain. If what you are lusting after can only be accomplished by potentially wreaking havoc, then consider the following. Why you feel you can't be happy or complete without the attainment of this goal, and 2, what you could do to accomplish your goal with as little harm to yourself and or others. That is what I have for you, fire signs, for the month of March. Interesting. So until next time, be well, stay safe, and namaste. Don't forget, you can go to the website when you see that little I at the end of this video. Bye.